So you just installed Deadlock off the Steam store and you're not sure where to begin. In case you're unfamiliar with the genre, a MOBA, like Dota or League of Legends, is a long form game mode where you usually would progress through objectives in three separate lanes that connect at the end to the last ending, game ending objectives. Creeps, or minions, are little AI troops that spawn with four little guys plus one banner guy. These troops mirror the other team's troops exactly and spawn at the same times every single game. After messing around in the starting area, you can come up to the book stand, and I recommend you start up a match with bots, even if it's only to get a hold of camp and shop locations. After the game starts and the inevitable pause lock at the start is over, you will zipline your way into the begging part of the game, known
Thanks
as
for
the
your
laning
help,
phase.
Hayes. Not everyone takes the
Beginning.
problems of the deep
Beginning part
seriously.
of the game, known as the laning phase. This is where you and usually one other teammate fight another duo in lane. Your waves of minions will clash, and you'll want to try to stay behind them as enemy troops will damage you instead of each other, if you are close enough. When you finish the enemy banner minion, it will then drop a green healing orb. Try not to finish the banner minion unless your teammate is nearby. Why are you finishing him? Finish him. um, is nearby because after it expires, getting closer will cause it to immediately launch towards you and heal in a radius around you. In order to push up to your first objective, you will need to push up the wave. This is done by attacking enemy minions, so yours can tank the first objective, known as a guardian. Without minions, you will take significant damage, as you need to be in attack range in order to deal damage to them. One note of the laning phase is that it is incredibly important to shoot the orbs above minions when they expire. By shooting your team's minions' orbs, you will deny a portion of souls or money to your enemy. This snowballs very quickly into an advantage. After taking or losing your first guardian, the chances of getting jumped by extra players is increased. It is recommended to push wave and then retreat to your or your enemy's jungles to take out camps and sinner sacrifice machines. These show up on the map if they are available, so pay attention as they give you a lot of money. But this is the vast majority of Deadlock, and most things will come to you in time if you can at least do this and always spend your money on any items. You will progress and improve. However, as a new player, it is recommended to use a popular build
For
to pick
violence
these
sake,
items for you.
I'm interested in violence for
First,
money's
open your buy
sake.
menu. Then you will make your way to the blue tab. You'll then click the browse option and click the right tab for popular builds. There's a lot of information I could list here, but the game changes quite regularly. Most of the fun in Deadlock is about making your own build eventually and experimenting with fun items, like getting escalating exposure or trophy hunter stack to the maximum. However, the game changes, there will likely still be an investment incentive. Currently, the more money you spend in any of these three categories, being weapon, vitality, or spirit, you will get a passive buff to that respective category. Currently, the bonus almost doubles at 4.8k spent, so that is a large power strike for any character who reaches it. The places to buy these items may confuse you at first, as you can open your buy menu anywhere. However, all you can do is queue and read item descriptions. If you aren't close enough to one of the shops, they look like a little market kinda on the map. The most obvious and easy to reach is often the one location in spawn. This area has a shop right between the two exit doors. Each lane is also a dedicated shop to the side of their first guardian. However, as soon as it drops, that shop is deactivated. After its unfortunate demise, you are left with the secret shops. There are two of which, one to the right after each stair exit to mid boss, and both teams can access these, so be careful. Speaking of mid boss, when the angel shaped yellow thing shows up at the center of the map, the players can attempt to fight the boss. The rewards have already changed a few times, but they have kept a regeneration buff that revives you where you died, but 5 seconds after your last death. To claim this buff, however, your team needs to First, defeat mid-boss, located below mid-lane, and then heavy melee the crystal, which drops from the boss's previous location. All enemies, but especially skills, like ones owned by Vicious or Calvin, can steal these Viscous or Calvin Viscous can steal these buffs easily. So only go for them if you have at least half the enemy team taken out. This should function as a relatively bulletproof foundation guide for beginners in Deadlock. There is much more to learn, suck as movement and important clock timers. But those things are more subject to change, so I recommend checking out other creators after getting a basic handle on the game. Thank you for watching. If you are interested, check out my tips series and leave a comment if you have any relevant information when you started playing Deadlock.